What's up, guys? Today we got a Hyundai Veracruz. This is a 2008 four-wheel drive 3.8, and we got this pigtail connector for the starter motor. So let's open this up. I got this off eBay and it was only about $20, no more than that. So let me just pop this cover open on plastic piece here. So it comes nicely wrapped so nothing is damaged, and it comes in this Ziploc bag. Okay, so inside this we have this connector, and we're gonna get a little bit of heat shrink, and it's only one wire. It's called a pigtail connector, okay? And I will show you a item number on eBay. Bought this off eBay because the dealer wanted to sell me the whole harness. It's a pretty thick cable. So this thing, when I changed the starter, this thing was all like pretty much gone. It broke into pieces. So I got me a new one here. So that's how it comes, okay? So let me just, it comes inside this little, oh, come on, one hand, really? It's a thick cable. All right, so that's all there it is. All right, so I'm gonna lift this car up from down below. We should be able to put this new connector in. Okay, got the truck up in the air, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna get underneath here. Underneath, you're not gonna see nothing, but you do need to take off this guard here. So it does have a whole bunch of number 12 bolts. Even if you're doing the starter, I got a video on this truck changing the starter. It's easy, okay? And you can do it in 40 minutes. And you do not need to take out the engine mount or the bracket. All you need to do is take out two starter bolts, two 10mm bolts. Okay, there you have it. The cover's out. And I'm gonna put this to the side. And we have our starter all the way in there, but we can see a little bit better from right down here. Okay, so the connector is connected to the starter, which you're not gonna be able to see much, but the truck is a little hot, so maybe I'll let it cool off a little bit. And you see, I put a little bit of silicone on it. You see it's broken. As you can see, it's all broken and it's done deal. This connector is all broken, and they're probably gonna get stranded eventually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much cut this connector off, re-splice the wire, and I'm gonna put a heat shrink on it. You do need a heat shrink. It's gonna be very simple, okay? I'll show you as I do things step by step, okay? But you're not gonna see me cut this. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just cut the connector from right here, take out the sleeve, and redo the wiring. Okay, I do have wiring here. As you can see, let me grab my light. Okay, so what I did was I shortened the length of this cable, and I do have this little heat shrink. One hand, guys, again, always the hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little guy, and I am gonna put this heat shrink first before we attach any cables, okay? So, come on. So this goes in there, and just drop it in there, because later on, you're not gonna be able to put this on unless you put a fat one on right through that connector. But there you go. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do the winding on the harness there, and then I'm gonna heat shrink it and we're gonna connect it. Okay, so I got my wiring right here. As you can see, I'm not the best guy that does wiring here, but if you want to solder it, you can solder it. And what we're gonna do is make sure it's nice and tight, because this is my thing right here is not coming off. No matter what you do, no matter how much you try to take it off, it's not gonna come out, okay? Pretty much it's not gonna become loose, okay? So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this, I'm gonna squeeze it a little bit with the needle nose, and then we're gonna put our heat shrink on top, and that should take care of everything. And once we heat shrink it, we're gonna be perfectly solid. Okay, now is where the magic is gonna happen, okay? So all you need is lighter, and once you get a lighter, just be careful you don't burn anything. Just heat shrink it. That's the whole point of it. Heat shrinking it is gonna hold, and it's not gonna let go, and it's not gonna let anything short out. A little bit more over here. Now we're all done, okay? And all I need to do is connect it back in. Okay, so at the end, all you're gonna do is let's pass this connector right through, and I'm gonna grab it from the back end make sure it clicks back in, okay? Make sure you hit click. There you go. The camera can't see it because it's all the way in there hidden. And we're done. Thank you for watching, guys. Oh, make sure don't forget to put your cover on, test it, and make sure, as you can see, it does not touch the heat shield there. If you want to zip tie a little bit, you can zip tie it, but I might do something about that, but I think we should be good there. All right, the truck is back down. Let's give it a shot. Hopefully this works really good. Not hopefully, it is gonna work all good. All right, if you guys have that problem with the pigtail connector, that's very common on these Hyundais, and they're all about the same, okay? Hyundai, Sonata, all these. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so I am going to be changing a valve cover gasket on this. The front one, customer requested it because leaking oil onto the open this, yes, onto the radiator right there. I'm sorry, not the radiator, the alternator. So I will be doing a video on this, how to change the valve cover on this little guy, because you do have oil leaking onto the radiator. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching this one, and we'll see you in the next one.